What is up, you guys, and welcome back to Growing Upstairs. We're so glad you joined us today. Now to your hosts, Noah and Holden.
And DJ.
What is up, guys? You know, one thing I didn't think about the second thing. We got some guests on the show. Welcome in, John and Beau. I literally almost said John Beau and Billy for a minute there. What is up, you guys? Welcome into the podcast.
Thank you. Yeah.
I think you guys were, but y'all were both on last season, right?
We were.
John, did you come on season 1?
I think so.
That was when it was just audio only. I think I remember John coming on there, but I remember Beau was on there because we've got a very good snippet from him going, "I want to be a welder." That came out of that episode, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to remember that. John, do me a favor though. I'm gonna teach you something right here. Just pull that microphone a little bit closer to your face and say, "What's up, podcast world?"
Say it just like that.
Or you can just say, "Hey guys."
Hey, guys.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure the people could hear you out there. All right, we're in here. This is Growing Upstairs. The purpose of this podcast is growing upstairs. It's growing. Here we go again, boys. We had one of those moments last week. The purpose of this show is growing with God together, and that's what we're going to do up here with everybody that's in here, you that are listening. Where can they listen, since I actually remember to ask this question this time, or watch?
I'm glad you asked, Holden. They can listen wherever they get their podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and they also can watch us on YouTube.
Boom, 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 boom.
They can also find us on social media at Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Yeah, I think we got with a twiddle, but that's okay.
Oh, sorry.
But we still got, Facebook was the other one. I think that was the other one. But yeah, we got rid of the Twitter sphere, whatever you call it now. What's Twitter called now?
X.
Oh, y'all got it figured out. Okay, well, we're done with that.
Yeah,
so
we're a bunch of unks.
Yeah, but we're on all the other places. But hey, thanks, man. Where else are we coming to soon, DJ?
It's in.
It's
mailbox
in.
is in.
The mailbox is in.
But it
We
has
just
not
got
been
a
installed.
letter.
So we just got to get it installed.
We got to get it
But we're
installed.
good.
So we'll go ahead and, I guess, put the memo out there, though, that if you're upstairs, if you're listening and you come upstairs, whether you're a youth member, whatever it is, or somebody part of the church or what have you, if you come down the hallway where we have the studio in the back here and you see a mailbox on there, you can now, what can they do?
Put any kind of story in.
Yeah.
Any kind of notes. Yeah. Whatever
Questions.
you want us to talk about.
Suggestions. Yeah.
Casserole recipes. All of those things.
Hey, we are getting the greens, beans, tomatoes. I wish I'd have had that sound pulled because it's almost Thanksgiving.
It is.
I'm so excited.
And then we can celebrate Christmas, Holden.
All right.
This Christmas tree is probably already up.
My Christmas tree is not up, surprisingly, actually, believe it or not. Are you guys fired up about Thanksgiving coming up next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this podcast, actually, this podcast will come out the day before Thanksgiving. So if you're traveling anywhere, you guys travel anywhere for Thanksgiving?
I'm going to Atlanta.
Going to Atlanta? What you doing in Atlanta?
Eating Thanksgiving.
Oh, it's like, you just asked me. I'm going to Thanksgiving, man. All right, well, that's cool. That's cool.
What is y'all's favorite Thanksgiving dish?
I like that.
Honey baked ham.
Honey baked ham. Okay.
Honey baked ham is good,
It
dude.
is good.
I like dressing.
Dude, dressing is my
solid
favorite,
choice.
too.
Do you do cranberry sauce?
No, I hate
Oh,
anything
man.
bitter.
They are not uncles yet.
Okay, that's right. It's coming. One day you'll like it.
I still don't like it, and I'm
I don't
older than
like
you
it
are.
Either.
No.
You're by yourself, Noah.
Out of the can, do you eat it? Uh-oh.
I love cranberry sauce. Those of you listening out there, if you like cranberry sauce, give us a thumbs up. That's all.
Like and subscribe to these things. That's pretty good. That's kind of the starting topics that I had for this. It was a little bit more Christmas based until Noah said what he said there. But anyway, so yeah, you think Thanksgiving there. What about yams or sweet potato? What is the difference in a yam and a sweet potato?
I honestly have no
Do
idea.
y'all have
clue.
any clue about that?
I do like sweet potato souffle, though.
Like, just different people call it.
All I know is I don't like them.
You don't like yams?
No, I do not.
Yams are delicious. I love yams.
I like sweet potato souffle.
It's the same thing. It's just
Okay.
got marshmallows
I
in it.
guess I
Really.
like yams then.
Like sweet potato souffle is like mashed potatoes. of yams, if you know what I mean. If you know what I'm saying there. Anyways, all right. So we are going to fast forward a little bit to Christmas time. Is that okay? Can I do that? Can I ask a couple of Christmas
guess.
questions?
I guess so.
Just a couple. I mean, we're almost there. We're not going to be on here before Thanksgiving, so we've got our Thanksgiving conversation out of the way.
Sure.
Actually, technically, we're going to be out literally the day before. But anyway, question of the day. What's your favorite Christmas movie? How about that? We'll go there. We'll start on the far end with you, John, man. Oh, you need a minute to think about it? All right, DJ, you got your favorite Christmas movie?
I'd say Elf.
Elf? All right,
Elf
that's
is a
pretty good.
one. Yeah.
That's not bad. How about you, Bo?
I'm gonna sound like a little kid, but I do like the Polar Express.
Bro, I
That is always
I
a
like
good
Polar
one.
Express too, man.
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
That's a
2.
good one.
But 1 and 2 are both.
1 and 2 are the best.
Yeah.
When it starts going 3, 4, 5, and apparently there's a 5th, I'm like, what are we doing?
The third one doesn't make sense at all.
Not really.
Yeah.
That's a cool kid, though, you know?
Yeah, he is.
I mean, it's not Macaulay Culkin, but he's
You know
cool.
that one scene where he's shoving in the trampoline with the little lawnmower? You know? That's pretty cool.
He has been watching this movie. I don't remember that part of it. Tell me again.
You gotta, I'm scared you about to do something.
I'm not going to do anything. I literally just did. I'm trying to recall what you said.
Where he drives the little lawnmower in with the trampoline, you know? He just pulls it in there.
I do
I
not
think-
remember that.
I don't
I
remember
think he
that
puts it
part.
in
We're gonna
like
have
a
to
pool or
rewatch it.
something.
I do remember that. They jump onto the pool you're talking about, and then they into the pool.
Yeah.
I remember that. I don't know how you remembered that most random part of that movie, but yeah, I do actually remember that now. Home Alone 2, 1 and 2, definitely two of the best. I would say
Well-
probably the same thing. Like Home Alones are my favorite, and I do like Polar Express too. It's a good one.
Y'all
See, like-
kind of took mine, Home Alone. But
Yeah.
I like the Santa Claus, too.
Oh, I do too. It's pretty good.
The third one is just like, because there's only like 3 kids. Am I correct? 3 kids and like
What?
3 siblings?
What movie are we talking about?
Home Alone 3.
Oh.
The third one.
No, I think it's just the one kid, and his parents left him alone.
Is that the one where he stays home sick from
That
school?
I think that's what it is. He stays home sick,
Yeah.
and somebody comes to rob the house. You know.
Yeah.
What are the 3 kids you're talking about though?
They're the siblings. You remember? There's only
I don't remember
there's a
siblings in that
sister
one.
And an older brother.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Might be right.
Yeah.
I remember all the siblings in the first 2 though. There's a billion of them.
Yeah.
Buzz.
But
I'll tell you one thing though.
tell me,
I was looking at Netflix last night, just looking for a movie to watch. There's like 10 new Christmas movies on there I've never seen before. Like, do people just make Christmas?
Yes, Holden's already seen every one of them.
that felt like a shot.
And there's no movies on about Thanksgiving. That is
That's what I'm trying to
Why?
tell you. That's why I'm
Why?
asking y'all this question now, because we don't have a Thanksgiving movie to talk about. What's your favorite Thanksgiving movie, guys? You got a favorite Thanksgiving song? No, you don't. Greens, beans, tomatoes. That's the only one I know of that there actually is out there. Anyways, we're off the rails. What about a song though? You got a song? The Grinch too. That's another good one too. We
I
didn't.
like
we
the
didn't
song,
mention
the
that.
Grinch song.
I like
Yeah.
the dog. Max.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
My,
didn't-
my favorite Christmas song is "Oh Holy Night."
I do.
Oh,
like
it's so
that.
good.
I love that song.
Mine is Silent Night. Like the last thing I want to listen to at night is Silent Night before I go to sleep.
Mine's Silent Night as
Yeah,
well.
it's good stuff.
So good.
I like
Rocking around Christmas
it,
tree.
that's it.
Boom! I nailed it. Let's go. What about you, John? John's like, I don't have one.
I have to
Doo, doo, doo. No, I'm just kidding, John.
my
There's a ton,
favorite
dude.
Christmas song.
You should have gave John a study guide.
I'm sorry, John. I'll let you know next time. Don't worry. I don't ever tell Noah either. He just shows up and he's like, "Why didn't you guys tell me what's gonna happen in this thing right here?"
That's how we did it last time.
Yeah. Oh, we're real good at winging things.
Yeah.
Have you come up with a song yet, John? I tried to vamp for you,
I
brother.
think John just likes them all, right?
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Yeah. All right. So that's what we got on starting topics. Right there. You got a minute for us over there, Noah?
I think I do, man.
I hope you do, because if you don't, DJ's got to come up with one off the fly right here.
It's time. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Dance, guys.
Oh, where you at, man? Oh, Noah's looking at his phone.
Okay. Welcome to Noah's Random Minute,
Hey, guys.
where I'm going to give you one fact that you didn't know you needed to know. Are you guys ready for this?
I'm
Totally
excited,
ready.
man.
I think you really are going to be excited when you find out this one. So, did you know that human teeth are the only part of the body English is hard. That cannot heal themselves. So it says that's because teeth are coated in enamel, which is not living tissue.
That's pretty
So,
boring.
You get a cut. Hey, I just figured you guys.
it's just
might
a
need to
random
know
one.
that.
Yeah.
You know, if you get a cut, it heals itself. If you break a bone, it can be healed. But you chip that tooth.
It's
I
done
never
for.
had thought about that.
Anyway,
Is teeth one of those like teeth and hair or fingernails maybe that always grow, like even after you die? I feel like that morbid.
Huh?
come back next week and find
Let's
out
get
the
out
answer
of
to
here.
that.
All right.
These guys are not very good at dancing.
Because we don't have headphones. Joe.
We're just glad for you guys to be here.
Thank you.
Yeah,
glad to
man.
be here.
I'm glad y'all are here. Hey, I got to ask you guys a question here. We're going to get into story time right now. Have you guys anything happened recently, like over the last year? How about this? Anything wild happen at Fuge? Any kind of good stories that you have from Fuge?
This one kid, he was this magic kid. He knew all this magic.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about the Magic Kid. You missed out on the Magic Kid this
He was
year.
so funny. He literally walked into our dorm, and
Yeah.
what was the song he was
He
singing?
stole a Dr. Pepper and a moon pie and left.
It was something from Moana. I
It's
have
like
a video.
Oh, what was
a
that?
Moana thing, like a shining.
Yeah.
That was what it was. Do you remember?
You got
Oh, yeah, that's what it is, yeah.
That's
you
what he
gotta
was
scrub the
singing.
deck or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, do y'all remember he walked into the room and literally as he walks into the room, he just grabs a Dr. Pepper and I don't
So-
think it's a moon pie,
so
but it was
what
like a
was-
snack or something.
What was the magic that he did? He walked in and grabbed food and disappeared?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
That was definitely a trick he did. And we all sat back and we were like, did that dude just come in here and take our food and leave? And he did.
I think he like stole a box of pizza from one of the boys' rooms.
He did do
upstairs.
that. We had pizza, the last night. Like, this was not one that somebody called in. Like, Gramps did this. For you that are watching and listening out there. But anyways, yeah. So there was one piece of pizza or two pieces left. And somebody was upstairs that had not yet got a piece of pizza. And this Magic Kid comes in and takes the pizza and leaves. And we were like, good thing everybody got one. Everybody didn't get one. There's still somebody in the
Oh, no.
shower.
Wait, who
That's
was it?
horrible.
I don't remember because they never came down.
I bet you it was Chad.
I think it was Chad.
Guys, I said I don't remember because I don't want to tell anybody who it was, but it was totally Chad. We're sorry, Chad. The Magic Man. He took your he took your pizza. In case you're wondering where
That's
your
horrible.
pizza went there. Yeah.
I'd be mad.
Anything else from it though? Everything good?
I missed
Did
a
anybody
lot.
go to the hospital this time? Y'all remember?
I don't think so.
Who had to go to the hospital last year?
Oh, you weren't there for that, bud. That was Ben. Ben ate a pole. Like playing frisbee. It was rough.
Oh gosh,
Fuge is a dangerous place.
it is.
It's something, dude. People, I'm telling you, people
No,
be
I
falling out, and I'm like, what is happening out here?
I remember saying, we were coming back, I think from rec rally, and there's this little older kid, and he was just laying on the back of a truck, and I was like, okay. I think he like passed out or something.
I think Beau should take over random minute.
I think we should. I think I should. Sorry, my
Oh, you got a
apologies.
random fact for us?
I want to be a welder.
Okay.
He wasn't impressed with your tooth fat.
I know that
Since
was.
mine was boring.
You
tough.
told one before we started the podcast last year, but I can't say it on the air.
What did you say? No.
I don't know. I'm scared to find
No.
out.
I'll tell you at supper.
Well, we're eating after this.
In case you didn't know.
It's not
See you
bad.
guys at supper, and we're out of here. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, hold on. One question:
Go ahead.
is it dinner or supper?
It's dinner.
It depends.
It's
I say supper.
me too.
Supper, yeah.
I'm glad DJ's normal.
I say dinner.
I also said
I'm just going to leave, guys.
Beau is on
I'm
one over
boring
here.
and not normal tonight.
Yeah.
Glad you're not sitting in my spot, no.
Yeah.
Actually, Beau might be glad you're not sitting there saying, just knock him out over there. He's like, hush, Beau. Pop down over there now. There's my podcast. You guys are so much fun. Let's
You
raise
have
it.
to dance.
Well, DJ, it's kind of hard to.
God,
We don't have
dang.
music.
Hey, put the headphones on him. Let him listen. Here we go. He didn't do anything. He's got headphones and he's still not doing anything. Just do this, Beau. When in doubt, just punch it out, man. Way to go.
You can't even see John's arm. John's arm is off the camera. He's just going.
I've got hopefully the other camera picked that up. It's kind of like, so this view, check it out. You can see me doing this, but then when I go to this one, it's like, what is Holden doing? You have no idea. Oh, anyways. All right, let's get to raising the meter. Do you guys know what the meter is? Did I tell you guys about it ahead of time?
Nope, this is off the cuff here.
Yeah, here we go. All right. This week, this is what we're going to be talking about. It's going to be about keeping the spark. So, we talked about a fuge a little bit there. A lot of times when we go to camps or something, or we have like, what do we got coming up in March? D-Now?
Yep.
When we have
February, but D-Now.
Oh, February. Anyway, yeah, D-Now coming up in February for you that weren't listening earlier. But anyways, lost my train of thought there. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Keeping the spark.
Keeping the spark.
Yeah,
man.
keeping the spark. There we go. The whole topic of this thing. Anyways, so keeping the spark, like when you go to camp or even just when you're home, especially after camp, keeping that spark and things that we can do to kind of help do that. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like when we've gone to camp and you're fired up and everything, and you kind of come home and that fired up kind of, sometimes it's tough to kind of keep in. Yeah, a lot of people call it a campfire. Yep. So you guys know what I'm talking about, at least. That's a good thing. So I've got kind of 4 points that we're going to talk about here on all of these things. First of all, I just want to ask you guys, like our leaders here, do y'all have any examples just off the top of your head of things that you do that kind of help you to keep a spark or to kind of light that spark back up when, doesn't necessarily, again, even have to be like camp or anything like that. Camp is a big one. We always use that as something because when we come home, that's the thing that we're kind of not fighting, but continually trying to do is being involved and being deep in the word and staying on fire for Jesus in that time. So do you guys have any kind of things right off the top of the head that you're thinking of that would help to kind of keep that spark as we dive into things here?
Yeah. First thing that comes to mind is the friends that you have.
Yep.
You know, somebody to keep you accountable whenever you get back from camp or anything like that. Having somebody to remind you, you know, to read your Bible, get in the Word, pray to God. I feel like friends can do that for you a lot. Maybe even a family member or something like that. So I just know I've had friends in the past, and now I'm trying to be that friend that reminds people, you know, to read your Bible every day, get in the Word and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah. One of the things I think about when it comes to camp that I've always heard them say, like maybe the band or the pastor, the camp pastor might say, you know, the same God that you're worshiping and learning about at camp is the same God that you're going home with.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of times we can forget that, but keeping that in mind and knowing when we strive for our quiet time to grow a relationship with the Lord, like the same God that we were worshiping and praising and on fire for at camp is the same God that we're walking in relationship with day by day. And, you know, yes, like being in the Word and having that discipline to be, you know, have your quiet time, it can be difficult.
Yeah.
Just being real and honest. It can be difficult. But having a friend, like DJ said, somebody that can encourage you, somebody you can meet up with and say, hey, I'm going through this, or hey, I'm struggling with having that discipline, and somebody to kind of hold you accountable as well, to walk alongside you, you know, to do life with Christ and have that friendship. But like I said, I think it's important to remember that the God we're worshiping and praising is not just at camp. He's not just at Fuge, but he's the same yesterday, today, and forever, and he wants to have a relationship with us today.
Yeah, I like that. Do you guys, I saw you guys kind of pointing at each other like, yeah, this is my friend right here. This is my friend over here. You guys kind of connect on that as far as the friendship side of things goes?
Yes, sir.
Yep. That's kind of a good way for you guys to be able to talk to each other and help do that. Have y'all been able to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, a lot of conversation happening there. Yeah, we got the short answers here. So that's definitely one of the points that I wanted to get to is definitely surrounding yourself with a good community that holds you accountable, like you said, and helps you stay connected. And speaking of connection, this is probably another part that's connecting by disconnecting is one of the first points that I have in that. And what do I mean by that? Does that kind of make you think of anything when I just say connecting by disconnecting? Nothing off the top of the head?
No, sir.
So when I say connecting by disconnecting is connecting with God by disconnecting from whatever it is that's going on in the world.
Okay.
We have a million distractions around us each and every single day. And that's probably one of the biggest things that we struggle the most with keeping a spark is because when you go to camp, you know, we're doing all of these different things, you know, you're diving in with the friends and everything that you've got there. And I'll get kind of more to that. But even when you come home and everything, you know, it's really easy to just go right back to all the distractions of the world that you come back home to, whatever that could be at home. You know, we've got sports, we've got school, you've got everything that you dive into. But one of the biggest ones is what we hold in our hand each and every single day.
Yep.
That's probably the toughest one, because I find myself even doing the same thing, where it's like, man, I lay down at night and like DJ says, you know, he tries to help people and he'll send me a snap and I'm like, oh, he's in the Word today. And I'm sitting over here again, like scrolling on TikTok. I'm like, well, you know, DJ's got it figured out. Here I am not figuring it out. Yeah. So that's definitely a helpful thing. But connecting by disconnecting, because we're so distracted. And one of the verses that I wanted to kind of read out of this was James 4:8, which says, draw near to God and he will draw near to you. So if we're connecting with God in this and we're drawing near to him, he will also draw near to us, right? Does that make sense to everybody? Yes. But if we're connecting with everything in the world and being distracted by that, it's going to kind of feel like we're distant from him, and that spark's going to kind of start to dwindle out a little bit. All this making sense to everybody right here? That's the first point I have on it. The other one, which I really like in this, that we kind of talked about a little bit there, that I heard this the other day and I was like, this is actually a great point to kind of bring up and help us as well, is it's giving God your whole heart. And I've got another verse here that I want to read, and it's Jeremiah 29:13, a little bit of dyslexia, but it's, and you will seek me and find me when you search for me with your whole heart. So this is why camp to me is really easy, because when we're all at camp, what are we doing? We're all in sync together. We're all doing everything together, whether it's worship, we have our own church time, and then even the things that you do with other people that aren't necessarily in your same church, we're connecting with them, and we're all kind of having that same heart mindset where it's like, my heart is fully on what's going on with God right here in this place that we're at. And then when we kind of leave that, it's very easy for our heart not to be set fully on God at that point in time. Okay. So it makes it tough. Again, you kind of get home, those distractions and everything like that. But when we have that heart that's fully set on God, that's when we'll be able to kind of see him in that way. All that making sense? You guys got anything you want to kind of add to any of that?
I was just thinking, you know, you think about the people you go to camp with, and while you're there, you know, I just remember whenever I used to go to camp, I really didn't get on my phone much.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really talk to anybody much while I was at camp. Then I got to think about it more. You know, we talk about those friends that hold you accountable. Well, the people that you're at camp with most likely are going to be those friends to keep you accountable. So why not, you know, talk to those friends while you're at camp, because you're not talking to your other friends, and then whenever you get home, those are the same friends that are going to keep you accountable.
Yeah. I heard something the other day, and this is potentially like a lesson down the road, but is there are also times in your life, like the friends that you have at home, and I don't want to fully surround this thing just on camp, but there are times that your best friend that you have at home might not be the person that you can be like your accountability partner, so to speak. Because if you have a best friend that is always willing to tell you yes to anything that you say or do or want to do, you're never going to have that person who can look at you and say, no, I don't think you need to do this.
Yeah.
And there's also times in life where you have this friend that you say, man, this is my best friend right here. And they will not have the hard conversation with you because they don't want to, because they want to be your friend. Like, I want to love you. I want us to have a great friendship and everything. And by me telling you, hey, you need to change something about your life, or you need to tune into this, it's very difficult to do for a friend that's a best friend, because they're afraid they might lose you in that way. So that's very difficult too.
And a lot of times, you know, you're willing to have that tough conversation with a friend. Sometimes if they're a true friend, like, that conversation will lead to growth.
Yeah.
You know? So
very big point, which we kind of talked a little bit on that tonight in Proverbs, going through friendships and those that are they truly your friend? Are they truly not your friend, and all that, which we don't have to necessarily dive terribly deep into that. But how can we do this practically? This was another point that I had in this, is bringing God along with you day to day. When I say that, just bringing God along with you day to day, what does that kind of mean just off the top of your head when I say that?
Kind of, to me, it's like, you know, a lot of people think like you have to be in church, you know, to talk to God and stuff like that. That's not true. You know, I think about it sometimes on my way home driving. Like, I just start praying in my truck. You know, you can do that when you're working, at a sporting event, anything like that. I mean, you can always pray to God. You may not always have your Bible on you, which now most of us have the Bible app on our phone. So technically, we mostly do have the Bible with us at all times. But you can, it's so easy, you know, any time of the day, if you need to, just to start praying, you know, even if it's just a minute, 5 minutes, whatever you need, it's so easy for us to just start praying to God. So.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else on it? So I do have a couple of kind of practical ways that we can do these things. Like you said there off the top, starting the day with being like in prayer, being thankful for, again, we're kind of coming up on Thanksgiving. So being thankful for everything that you've been given in life. But then how about like catching up with your friends? I think this is another big one too. Catching up with your friends in a way that, yeah, you want to know how their day and everything's been, but it's also like, hey, you know, if you know that your friend is a Christian, or you know that your friend is like goes to church with you or something like that, it's like, kind of like in y'all's case, y'all go to school together, go to church and everything, is also maybe being like, hey man, how's your walk been this week? You know, have you dove into anything? Are you reading anything? Is anything kind of speaking to you? Are you having trouble right now? That's another thing that we can do, is kind of encouraging one another in that way, but also just having conversations with our friends that aren't, to use a not a hard term, but as shallow as just, hey man, how's your day been?
Yeah.
And that being just kind of the end of your conversation, you know, a little bit deeper of, hey, how's your walk with Jesus? How's that going? Because that's incredibly helpful, you know, especially in that friend aspect, on things where we're kind of talking about friends and all. Some other things, let's see, keeping them in mind in everything that you do throughout the day too is another one. So, especially if you're going and you're about to do something and you're like, man, it's probably not a really good idea to go do this. Probably really not a good idea to go do this. You know, keeping Jesus in your mind at all times throughout the day. And that's not me saying, you know, close your eyes and walk through a hallway all day and run into a wall because you're praying. It's to kind of live your life in a sense in constant prayer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where you can always have that conversation with God. And that's probably one of the most beautiful things about Jesus, is the fact that he gave us that connection to be able to have a conversation with God at any point in time that we want to. You know, being saved is being able to constantly be in communication with him, and carrying him along with you daily in that way. Like I said, prayer, but also just in whatever it is that you're doing. If you're at school, you know, what are some ways at school that you guys can think of that maybe we can carry them with us daily?
Yeah.
Got any ideas on anything?
Well, I'm just kind of sitting here thinking about the question that we started with, you know, how do we keep that spark, keeping the spark going? And I'm just thinking about a fire.
Yeah.
You know, if you're sitting outside next to a fire and that fire starts to dwindle and you're losing that spark and you want to keep that flame going, what's the first thing you do?
Got to add another log to the fire.
Throw another log on the fire.
Yeah.
And so I'm just kind of thinking about our spiritual lives. It's like, you know, if we begin to feel like we're not growing as close to Jesus, and we look at our lives and we say, hey, I haven't been in the Word, or I haven't been studying, or I haven't been going to church, or haven't been checking up with my buddy, or talking with my accountability partner enough, you know, just take that step. Throw another log on the fire. Reach out to your to your friend and ask them what they're doing to grow, or just open your Bible and just read.
Yeah.
You know, check with God. So I'm just kind of thinking of, you know, talking about practical ways, and to kind of keep with the analogy of what we're talking about. It's like, just keep throwing another log on the fire. You know, just take another step towards Christ, and just try to continue to walk in relationship with him.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's incredibly important, because again, when it starts to dwindle, you got to have something to kind of continue doing that, because those distractions are going to pull you in another direction to want to do something else, and to not necessarily keep that spark alive. A lot of times we try to just find voids, like where we've got an empty space in our life, we need to fill it with something. And a lot of times we try to fill it with things of the world more than we do things of God. Whether that's joining something at church, joining something at school to kind of help out, like what do they call it? I almost called it FFA. FCA, yeah. FCA, chapel, things like that. Those are things that you can kind of get involved, like in your school. And that kind of helps keep the spark, not only for you, because if you're helping kind of lead something like that, it's always in your mind, but then it's also that push to trying to share with others. and getting the gospel to others. Last point that I have here, and we'll kind of wrap up on this, is also abiding in Christ.
Yeah.
And you talked about kind of the disciplines of prayer and reading your Bible and everything, and those are all incredibly important things, but disciplines and abiding is not necessarily the same exact thing. They definitely work together, but abiding in Christ and living in him daily throughout your life, like having him in your life daily. And when somebody's talking to you or gossip or something like that comes up, being able to kind of cut that off is probably a big part of that too. School, I know, is really easy when somebody's talking about somebody, just do like that, but you can abide in Christ and have him in your heart to say, I'm not being a part of that. I'm gonna do something different. I'm going down a different path, a different direction on that. So that's kind of hopefully some good points for anybody watching, listening out there. You guys kind of get anything from this? You got anything you want to add, or what are some ways that you guys, like right off the top here, that you can think of after kind of hearing some things we've talked about that you think you might be able to do in the future to help keep that spark alive if it ever kind of dies off?
I've kind of thought about like FaceTiming, me and him FaceTiming.
Yeah.
Like, just read the Bible with each other, something like that.
I like that.
Kind of something fun to do, or like meet up somewhere.
Yeah, that's definitely helpful.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that do that.
Yes, sir.
Bible studies and a bunch of different things like that. DJ, you got anything?
Well, I was just thinking, you asked about an example in school earlier. We'll just take Beau and John for example. They both went to camp. They have their spark, their fire lit. And let's just say, Beau gets caught up in the busyness of life. His fire's starting to die out a little bit. And one day in school, maybe John sees him and realizes, Beau might be having a bad day or something, and goes up and asks Beau if everything's okay. And, most people, whenever they say, well, not really, we try to give them advice or anything, but maybe it's as simple as, just instead of trying to give them advice, just pray with them.
Oh, that's good.
Pray with them and then pray for them later. I just feel like, and then Beau's side of it, if John prays for him about that, whatever situation it might be, it might, make Beau think, okay, well, maybe I need to get back in the Word. Maybe that's the problem, is I need to get back in the Word and start praying to God, and maybe it'll help me with whatever problem it might be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I agree with that. Just kind of piggybacking off that. I mean, kind of just living on mission.
Yeah.
For in your life, and then for your friends and those around you, just be that light for Christ, and just live for Him, and make yourself available, I guess, if you will, for anybody and everybody that is willing to talk to you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I do like that. There's something else that you said there that sparked right there. I saw it spark something in my mind too, but I've kind of lost the the spark. Man, that was fast. I really wish I could remember it because it felt important, but it might not be. But so kind of wrapping up on that, kind of helping keep that spark alive as that community, like you said. Oh, that was it. Boom, comes back to me. You were talking about prayer. That's a lot of times, like, it's hard even for me because you see these things and you're like, oh yeah, I'll pray for you. I'll do this. And a lot of times we kind of forget that. And the biggest thing that we kind of forget in prayer is it's like you're having a conversation with God. Okay. And you can't have a relationship with somebody. You can't keep a spark alive if you're not having a conversation with them. So you have to kind of keep that alive, and prayer is one of the biggest ways that you can do that, kind of walking through life through prayer, not literally like eyes closed running into walls in the hallway, but like constantly living that throughout your life where you're doing like that. All this making sense to you guys?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's raise the meter. Oh, he doesn't have headphones on.
We fixing to raise the...
See ya, John.
We fixing to raise the...
we can't really see it over there. That's okay. All right, that is raising the meter. Good job, guys. That's how you guys can hopefully help keep the spark alive for whatever it is that you got going on. You might have a Sunday where you're like, man, that preacher was speaking to me today. I think he preached it just to me. I know I've had those days, and this is hopefully some ways that you can kind of continue that spark that could have come from camp or wherever it may be coming. We got camp coming up next year. I'm fired up about it. It'll be another good time to have. So that's what we got on it. We're gonna Noah. Before we get out of here, though, where again can the people find us? Let's see if we can stammer through this ending right here. Where can the people find us one more time before we get out?
All
of
the
here?
places you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. They can find us on YouTube and watch us there on YouTube. And they
Nice.
can also find us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
Very good. I think you nailed that.
I'm going to have this down for long.
I think you
Really
nailed
good.
that. What do you guys think? Hey, you get a thumbs up from Bo.
You got a thumbs up.
I feel like
Yeah, John's thumbs up was off the screen again.
It's hard to
Yeah.
know which side is which.
Yeah, it is. It does. Yeah.
There you go.
Anyways, it kind of
Okay.
does.
All right,
get a
yeah,
little
yeah.
better, but yeah.
Holden,
Anyway.
I've been
Good
waiting
job.
all week for this, man. We got to have a dad joke today.
Oh, I actually do have one that's kind of good.
Let's go.
It's kind of good. It's pretty good. I mean, we'll see. What kind of bagels do pilots like?
I've got it. I'll let y'all answer first.
Oh, yeah. Don't spoil it.
I don't know.
What kind of bagels do pilots like?
Strawberry cream cheese.
I love strawberry cream cheese. I'm not a pilot, but got anything?
Let's hear it.
What you
kinda-
thinking over there, John?
I'm trying to like think of types of bagels. Like
Yeah.
Bagel bites.
That's something.
They are
That is quick
thinking
and easy,
way
I guess.
into
Yeah.
it.
What is it?
It's plain.
It's plain.
Ah.
But it's nice job, dude.
Sir.
Oh, that was good there. That's what we got on. All right, hey, we're gonna get. Hey, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for joining in on the show. We appreciate you guys having us or being here. Wave at everybody. Tell everybody bye as we get out.
Yeah, we got John's waving there.
Great job. All right, you guys keep
Growing.
Upstairs.
peace.